Hello. That's all I got. I thought I had more planned. Welcome. I want you to always follow these rules, and if you don't, there will be no punishment. It is to be well, see well, and dwell. And as always, giddy up, because we're doing another edition. And as you might have noticed, I think you've tell from the tone of my voice that I have a new set of teeth. Now, since last week, there has been a lot of work that's been a lot of emergency dental work has been done, but I have actually procured teeth from around the world, and it's actually I went to this service called United Teeth of Benetton, and what I told them, I placed my order. I said I've lost all my teeth in a Sweet 16 sort of challenge, which was the last episode, and now I need a new set of teeth. But instead of having a set, I want a collection. So what I asked for is I want teeth from around the world. So I just want to point out a couple of highlights. I have this tooth here, a couple of teeth. I don't know that. Wait, not that one. Okay, right here. This one right here. That one. That one. That one is actually from China. Now we decided to put that one in the back because it's from China, because it's not really a foundational tube. It's not like one that's kind of like the foundation of a building. It's really sort of a supplementary, auxiliary tooth. So we put it back there. But I got some insurance. I got one from Ethiopia. Let me see if I can show you that one. That one's right here. See that there? Huh? Yeah. See, I don't know if it's clear, but that one's from Ethiopia. So I got the Chinese one and the Ethiopian one. I'm collecting a whole bunch of them, actually. I want to get. There's a couple in there. Some real highlights. I think there was Bosnia. I remember getting two teeth from Bosnia, brother and sister, actually. Don't ask about how they got donated. Everything's fine in Bosnia. Don't ask. But yeah, so I have a few. Okay, there were the pair, and I actually didn't put them together. I just said that was the funny thing. I decided to separate the twin. Yeah, it was actually brother and sister twins. So I separated them. But they're on the same top. So the top. So there's one here, one here. So they're even, right there, right there. No, so these two are here. Yeah, I got a bunch of them. Now here's an issue. I've been busy all weekend and I've done a lot, to tell you the truth. We're going to get to all that. But I actually did not complete the set. So I was out of teeth after the last episode for eating 16 sweet 16s, and now I'm collecting a new set of teeth or a new collection, and I have two that are missing that I still need replacement. So I'm actually calling out to all of you. I'm sort of crowdsourcing the last two. I will show you, just so you know, I'm not. I think I see how good this camera's. Okay, it's right here. See? You see it right there? Oh, over here. Okay. Well, anyway, it's missing back there. And there's another one. Huh? I feel like a fish on a hook. Okay. I know what's going on. Not like those fish. They have no idea what's happening. So I need to get two more. Now I was kind of looking for. I'm trying to create sort of aesthetic here with this collection. So I'm trying to look for a couple of them, particularly Senegalese. So if anyone has Senegalese teeth that they're willing to donate, it's going to go to a good mouth, and the mouth for good cause, which is being here, getting it up with all y'all. So it comes back around full circle. Now, that's one. So I need two. I'm thinking maybe a turkey, like turkey teeth. If anyone's got some turkey teeth, not turkey teeth, but teeth from Turkey, then we can definitely do business. So also, I was thinking, just as a little gimmick, let's actually point, because I'm open. I'm asking for. Look, I'm asking for Senegalese or Turkish teeth. Turkey teeth. Turkey and Senegal teeth. One each. Here, I'm missing one right. No, it's right here. Missing right here. I need that one. And on well, there's another one in the back, way in the back there. I'm gonna pull up the world map And I'm going to put point at a random place in the world, and then we'll decide if that's a good choice to veto one of these choices, Senegal or Turkey. You with me here? So let's go, okay, all the way back. Let's just take it back all the way to the planet. Oh, shoot, I can't see the whole planet. I can see one country. Nah, okay, here, let's just use this country for a lot of countries, a continent for a lot of countries. I guess I only get two, Africa or yeah. Let's get something from South America. Let's just hit it right here. No, there's only a few countries there. Let's do a random pointing here. Okay, I'm not even going to look here. I'm going to move the map. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. I'm going to get just right. Okay, and then I'm going to move map like this. But my finger, and I'm going to move my finger like this. I'm trying to disorient myself, and then I hit it right there. I was in the ocean. Okay, so right off the coast of here, just I'll tell you, Gabon, Gabon, or Cameroon. You can send me your teeth. Thank you so much. I'm really happy to have an audience that can share and provide and donate vital things like teeth. Now, um, speaking of ivory, no, I'm just kidding. We're not there yet. So I was doing stuff on the weekend too. I wasn't just in surgery. I wasn't under anesthetics the whole time. I actually was up and out and alert, doing fun things because that's my job, is to do fun things. It's a personal job. It's personal. I'm sure you got your own personal jobs. So I went out and I saw a live show in Brooklyn. I actually took another trip to New York from my base camp over here on the closet, and I went and saw a concert. And I have some great news. It's actually something for cause for celebration. Um, if you got any of those party poppers or anything that makes loud noises, I just ask that yeah. So the musician actually, his name is he's from Sweden. He's actually one of those. He's a Swedish musician. He's a pop music. He's a little bit folksy pop, but indie, independent, but well known in Sweden and around the world. So he's touring. He's in Brooklyn, and I think he's actually an avid. He likes oranges too. He's an avid enthusiast of leather jackets. So perhaps I'm not going to say much more and get me in trouble, but especially now that we're engaged. But he during the concert, he actually proposed to me and he kissed my hand. He took my hand and he proposed to me. Well, he said, "Let's get married, if only for the citizenship." And then I giggled, and he kissed my hand, and we left it at that. There hasn't really been much. There hasn't been really much follow up after that. Now, mind you, this is this. So now, ironically, he's touring for a new album, and this is all real. This is all business. And by the way, I'm Guru. I'm hosting the show right now, and I'm telling you this story over the weekend. You had to be there. But now that there's been a proposal and potentially an engagement, I think engagement is underway. I think we're engaged right now. All of it. We're just the whole thing's engaged. So there's actually a song. It's the 9th song on the album, the new album that he's released, and it's called, if you can see number 9, "Wedding in Brooklyn." So it says "Wedding Brooklyn," which is where I was when we had the concert and the proposal. So I think it's all coming together. I think it's all coming together. I'm kind of a little giddy about it, but yeah. So since he proposed to me, now I made a huge. Okay, so he proposed. He did kissing in the hand. It was this hand, the left hand, and I made a major faux pas at the end. This is like concert etiquette. One of the rules of concert etiquette or post show etiquette is you do not wash the hand that the rock star has kissed. And I did that. I went to the bathroom and I washed the hand. I totally forgot. But it's okay because I actually years ago, this goes back years ago, I had MIA. Now MIA is famous for also liking oranges. I'm pretty sure she likes mangoes. I think pickles. She even has a song where she mentions both of them or in the title, so one can only assume. But she's famous for a couple of songs like like Paper Planes and Bad Girls, and she's also famous for flipping off the NFL during a halftime show. So, which she got major sued for. So it's all good, and now she's an icon. You could say at a concert years ago, she touched my hand, which was actually this hand. So if I were to go by these rules, these post-concert sort of etiquette rules, is that when MIA touched this hand, I should not have washed it, and then when Jens Lekman kissed my hand the other night, I shouldn't have washed it, and then I'd have two dirty hands. So anyway, I wanted to point out that I have I'm all over the place. Look, I just can't. All right, so I have these new teeth. I just want to show off how well these new teeth are, just so you can see that these aren't fake. These are actually real teeth that I have gotten from around the world. It's a consortium of teeth from United Teeth of Benetton. Listen, I want you to hear the crunch. This is real teeth business here. This is what it sounds like from teeth to apple. The sound. You heard that here first. So, actually, whoa, this is like a seed here. I actually had to eat an apple. So, we're on the show, but now I'm showing you how my new teeth are working, how pleased I am with them. And you should be too. I suggest if you ever lose your teeth on some sort of freak accident, candy splurge, or whatever you may be doing, I don't recommend trying to put 17 pieces of candy together to one super candy, and then giving yourself a diabetes and a toothless mouth. But to each their own. I've been there and I've done that, and now I can eat an apple and tell about it. So, okay, so what we're talking about now is oh, you know what? Before I eat this seed, let me put this away somewhere. Just gonna put it in the water. That'll work. It'll sink, right? Yeah, then I won't drink it. Solid strategy. It's a good trick there. Just came up with that. All right, so we have a sponsor before we get into the main segment. Yeah, so the sponsor it's actually Small Death. Small Death. That's what I said. I said Small Death. Now, that's what I call it, but somebody would call it Little Die. So Little Die. It's actually Little Die. They call it Little Die. I call it Small Death. Little Die is our sponsor. Now, if you're ever feeling a little bit lucky and a little bit on the edge of life, I say you take a little die and let the chips fall where they may. And that's our sponsor. And that's how the show is going to go from now on. I'm going to roll the little die and let the chips fall where they may. Apple chips. Now, if I had some chips, I'd throw them down and see where they land. But I do not want to harm any chips in the making of this episode. This is a big event now. Let's move past all of that stuff. Let's giddy up. Let's giddy up and let's go. Giddy up, let's go. That's not an intro, just so you know. I was actually, over the weekend, on Saturday, I did some of the best Goodwill hunting that I've done many years. My bounty was plentiful. I am very, very excited. I couldn't wait to come home and really relish in my bounty that I got while I was out Goodwill hunting. And I decided I should share it with you because you should see and feel the excitement and the rage and the passion that I felt in the moment, and then also postscript. Now, it's all about post. It's not everything then and afterwards, okay? Now, I went out, and I just want to say, this is like, I went out there, here, it's a little sound. This is actually not a real gun. This is not real. But this is what this actually is this is a pricing gun. So I went out with my pricing gun, and I was out there in Goodwill hunting. And one of the first things that it took a minute. I was trying to be modest, and patient. And the first thing that's right here. the first thing I got is this is a really nice. This is really okay. So this has a This is a fantastic. This has got a fantastic coat. Okay. Now you don't see this one much. This is actually a French breed. Okay. I looked at here. It says, yeah, it's got a French coat from Paris, and this is a great bounty right here. Now I knew as soon as I touched it that I had to get it. I had to, it was mine for the kill. So I made sure that everything was good. I sort of checked, but you know what the great thing is, you can't see through it, but it's full of feathers. It's very wild. It's full of wild feathers, and so you can see. Just look at that. It's so old, and it's got this great hood. And actually, it's just a wonderful piece of game. And I'm really glad. I didn't even know it was. So I just grabbed. I just put in my sights and I just got it. Bang. Now this is the same part of where I was hunting. This is the same Goodwill hunting, but I was in a certain area section, and then in my local region, and then here's another one. Now this is an interesting. This mat. Okay, so this is like here. Actually, okay. Good thing, squeaking like. Okay. So this thing right here. What I want you to see is just kind of pick up on the details here. This is a pretty fine coat. This is actually more of a regional. You see this is domestic. You'll see these roaming around, definitely North America. I think this is actually very much North America. This is not a European sort of breed. Very durable. It's actually durable, and it's almost the material on this thing is quite extraordinary. But I think it's also sort of a very organic material. But you see these all the time. But I thought that this was a really nice one with a nice sort of almost denim-looking print and pattern, and such beautiful game. I just thought it was a great game, and I just had to have it. And this also it's light game, but it's also sort of the biggest game that I got. But I felt very pleased, and just think I wanted to share that with you. It was a wonderful find when I was Goodwill hunting, and that's a pair. So I had those, and then I had a long sort of lull, like a break, right? And I was sort of out there, and I had my price gun, and I'm looking around, where am I going to find something next? And I'm out, and I'm in this new sort of location. I'm sort of scouting out this new location in Goodwill hunting, looking over here, and it doesn't look so good first. I'm sort of looking around these racks and those racks. I'm sort of, ducking and looking up in sort of the upper regions. But then I hit sort of the payload, right, sort of near the end. All the game was just in one place. It was just phenomenal. All the game was it was right there. It was a bang, 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 bang. I was hitting it out of the park. So to start, I'm going to show you something here. Oh, here. So the first thing is I found this. This is a very sort of exotic creature. This is a very exotic creature, actually. This is more, you don't see them out in this season that often. This is actually something that sort of roams around more in the summertime. This is more of a summer season sort of beast. But yeah, I thought this was just kind of very rich and exotic. And I think I will, I'll probably put this, in the basement, the freezer until the summer, and then let it thaw out and sort of explore it. Then there's another. Okay, so this is enough. This is big time. And I'll tell you, I can't. This is one of the favorite things I've, spotted in the wild. Now this mother is right here. I'll tell you, I hope it's as good a camera as it is in like pure sight, because when I really lined up with this one, I saw its potential. It's got some great sort of tones, gradients and everything, and it's striped. See, striped game like this is really touchy, because you don't know. You have to be very careful. Is a stripe going to be? Is this like a good stripe or a bad stripe? You know what I'm saying? Because there's some stripes that can be a little bit dangerous. You don't want to ride with that. But yeah, I don't want to throw this away yet. So this actually comes from, because I was looking at it closely. Interestingly enough, I'm out here on the East Coast, but this is actually a Santa Monica breed. So this is actually, you see this, this actually, its birthplace is in Santa Monica, so that's where it's sort of its natural origins are. But it found its way all the way over to the East Coast and into my hands and my sights. So I knocked it out. I just want to show you that. The material, by the way, is very nice, sort of very good. It's a very good coat. Yeah, it has a great coat on it. I feel very sturdy. So, okay, so let's move on here. Oh, this is great. Now, I knew right away. It might have not. It might. I think a lot of other hunters probably missed this game, and I can see why. Because it went from just the naked eye. Like if you're out there and you're sort of, you got a lot of game to look at real quickly. You might pass by, you say, "Oh, that's just a red polo shirt or whatever," but no, it's all in the material, and also the tag is pretty. The tag says it all actually, but the material is, this is a linen animal. Okay, this animal is all linen, 100%. It says right here. Well, actually, it's linen cotton, but it's a great. You can just feel the linen. Ooh, it's great, wonderful, wonderful. Look at the way it flows. You have to see this blowing in the breeze up on the mountaintop. Now, this is actually this game is from the Banana Republic. So this actually comes from down, from South America, the Banana Republic. So that's where the Banana Republic is, right? South America. So this is a Banana Republic game that's sort of migrated up here, up east to North America and the coast. And this is really something. It's great. It almost feels like it's a little bit aged, like a little bit older than your normal game, but I feel like it's very sturdy. It's gonna hold up. Um, and then there was this, and then there was this. Once again, another one. This is another game from Banana Republic, which came up here. Totally different looking game. And this one, I think I saw some interest. It's got some. This is premium luxe yarn. So this game is really, really primo, and it's unassuming. But I knew that once I had it in the wild, I just had to snag it and take it home with me. So that's what I did: snag it, tag it, take it home. You'll see, it's a full. It's really quite. I wish you could really get the detail. Maybe I got to put it up a little. You got to see some of the. Yeah, coat's nice. It's a nice coat. It's just really beautiful and great shape. Healthy stuff. Now this is one interesting. It's kind of one of the last things in this sort of shooting spree that I went through. This is really sort of a what I call a high end sort of. This is high end game. That's all I'm going to say. And I don't usually find this sort of in the region that I'm at. I don't think it's common because I was in just very sort of common hunting grounds. But this shows up, and I don't know. Let's hope the light catches it, because what this is this the sheen on its coat is quite glorious, and this is I don't even know. This might be almost like endangered, like endangered. Oh, you can see, oh yeah, you can catch it. You can see how like the reflective. So it's kind of like a dark olive green coat, but when it moves in the light, there are purple, purple tones, right? It's iridescent. It's got an iridescent coat. Yeah, and it's actually, this coat was woven in Japan. So you see these must be some crossbreeding that weaves this coat together, and it's a great species. I mean, wow, right? And it's a very high end species. Uh, yeah, it says right here, has a name actually. This species has a name. It's called Jane Barnes. So I'm pretty sure that's pretty high end. And wow, yeah, great. Just now, also, not to mention all this sort of medium-sized game that I got here, which is really exciting, terrific stuff. I also got some smaller game in my Goodwill hunting. Something I was actually targeting. I was really, so I was, in some ways I was sort of looking, I was open range, sort of looking for anything, but I was targeted this, and I got it. Let me show you these smaller critters. These are really, sorry about this chair, W40. So there's some really nice critters right here. Look at this game right here. This is a nice, this is a very long, I'm going to unravel this game. Yeah, this is really nice stuff. These critters are awesome. And You can see it. It basically goes all the way across. It's very. See, it's actually this is a very sporty game. Yeah, I think that's how it was. I was, that's how I was informed it was a very sporty game. So I got this one, and there was a couple of different critters out there, all kinds of different species and variety. And here's another one, which is almost as decent. It's actually very comfy critter to have around. And then same deal here. Another one, right? Maroon, sort of wineish color. This species actually, I think, only drinks wine. Doesn't drink water. It actually finds wine in the wild. Now, there's a couple other. Oh, actually, here I'm wearing. I've already skinned this game that I hunted down, and I've actually skinned it and I've prepped it, and now I'm actually already wearing it. So as you can see, this whole time I've been wearing this. This is actually from the. I'm going to take this off and show you. No, I'll just leave it on. You can just see how it is. It's a nice coat, and it's comes from they actually have the what do you call it? The natural name or the is it the scientific name? The scientific name of this game is actually J. Crew. That's what they call it. If you look at encyclopedia, and the yeah, so this is pretty standard thing. It's got the pattern, and it's just it's a great game, and I just had to sort of prep it and make it mine, as anyone would in this case situation. So now we're gonna it's one last thing. It's actually I found this right here. This is actually the first thing when I walked in to the sort of open field, and it was started to put my sights out. I saw this, and this is actually branded. This actually had a brand on it. This is a very nice, like knit. Um, I'm actually see. I've already mounted this on my head. I actually took this game and mounted it on my head because it was immediate mounting. I actually mounted it before I even left the field. Um, but this is sturdy, and it actually had a brand on it. There was a leather brand. Surprising. I mean, I know that sometimes things in the wild get branded, and you see it with cattle all the time, and even a game like this. But this is it was branded, but I knew how to cut very very precision surgical tools that can cut the branding off. So I cut that off, so that's gone, and now it's an unmarked sort of piece, and it's great. And I just mount it on my head most of the time wherever I'm at. It's sort of just the crowning achievement of my goodwill hunting over the weekend. And I'm telling you, this stuff, like I just want to I just want to wrap myself in this game. Like I just spend my days like just my entertainment. I'll just turn off the TV, turn off the stereo, and just completely um, immerse myself in all this game and such. But nevertheless, I want to tell you that this just in. Here it is. It's in. Okay. So I can, as you can read, that's a thank you and a lovely couple by the ocean, perhaps. And no, it's just her flowing gown. But let's read the message because this just came in. I'm gonna make sure that everyone's on top of the latest. Megan, thank you so much for coming to our wedding and for your generous gift! Exclamation point. We've had so much fun tearing up the dance floor with you, and we're so appreciative that you made the trek to be with us. We've had so much fun on your visits to Baltimore and can't wait for your next one. We love you and can't wait to see you soon. We got to get up to blank next time. I'm censoring the location. With love. Um, well, it's actually a Greek last name, a name of a food item. So I just want to make sure everyone's up to date. That was just in. That's all. Let's move on. I just want to say you guys definitely should go good at goodwill hunting as soon as possible. If not this weekend, if not sooner, go by this weekend because you never know what kind of game you're going to find. And I had a great bounty, and I feel so bountiful with all this. It's just I'm just gonna be covered in just gifts for the whole winter. Now, Before we sign off, I'm glad we got to sign off at a reasonable time because I have other unfunny tasks to do. Trying to keep it consistent. Um, how's by the way, the little die is still number 6, I think, but now it's on 2. Um, I just want you. I want to give you a little homework. You need to test out a joke on your way home. You say, "Hey, you ever walk like okay? If you're ever walking around your areas and you see a dog, someone walking an Aussie dog, I think, and I just came up with this joke earlier. What you have to try to do is you have to say, um, "Oh," and see, just collect the reactions and something. I want to find out how people react to it because it's kind of weird. But say whenever the Aussie walks by, tell the owner, you're like, "Oh, I think your Aussie dropped something. I think it lost its tail back there." Or just see how the owner reacts. I just think it'd be funny. I saw an Aussie, and if the idea just popped in my head that I was gonna say to the owner, like, "Oh, I think your Aussie dropped its tail," um, or something like that. So the tea for good. I recommend. I have a Swedish tooth in here. It's actually the anecdote with the Swedish tooth is that it is glued with Swedish Swede glue, hand glue, right? Swedish hand glue. I think I had it here earlier, like the first episode. But the Swedish hand glue is actually really good adhesive for Swedish teeth. You know, it's sort of like proprietary technology that they work in Sweden. They do things like that in the region, the Nordics. You know, a lot of the tech companies come from Norway and Finland, and where that's near, right near where Sweden is. And if you don't believe me, you can just check on a map. So I don't know. This is what it's like to be engaged, but then not get no one puts a ring on it, and you know I don't speak it. But he said like he's like, let's get married. He says, but he said, let's get married, but only for the citizenship. Um, he was also singing. It was in the middle of a song. It was all very strange, and he kissed my hand, and everyone cheered. But I didn't know what to do. I just continued enjoying the show. Well, we didn't just get engaged, but you know, next time if you see me, I'm in Sweden. I wouldn't worry about it. I think it's a great thing. And yeah, I mean Megan did a good job. So we commend her for tearing up the dance floor. But don't think that she's got it locked down. If she wants to go toe to toe with me, I'll go heel to heel. We'll see how that feels. Because you know what heel to heel is? Butt to butt. You want to dance butt to butt with me? Because I'll go toe to toe and heel to heel with you. With my new teeth. Now, I'm just riffing here. I have no problem. Oh, you know what I'm going to say? Nothing. No, I already did. Okay. Speaking of being engaged, I learned this act. I learned this. Really get in there. See how good the teeth are? I'm telling you, good stuff. So I found this out recently. Speaking of being engaged, so um, I know what I should have done because I already knew this during the proposal, but in common tradition, we have an engagement ring which is made out of diamonds, and typically when someone is being engaged to, they are gifted or given a diamond ring as a gesture. Now I didn't receive such a ring, but I also just found out that in the entire year we're very narrow-minded here on planet Earth. We don't often think about what it's like to be part of an entire universe. But here I'm going to put things in perspective. In the entire universe, diamonds are not rare. Diamonds are very a common occurrence and plentiful in the whole universe. The actual rarest material, or I don't know if it's the rarest or one of the rarest or most rare, very rare, way more than diamonds in all of the universe is wood. Wood, actually, and here we are destroying it. But where does all the wood go? Why can't we just plant wood and grow new wood? So anyway, what I needed to do was I needed to ask for, instead, to really get something rare and special, not to get a diamond ring, but to get a wooden ring. And I just want to say that, oh, yeah, that's good. You see that? Very good. See, I don't know the camera is. It's right in front of me. Um, yeah, a wooden ring. I should ask for a wooden ring, Swedish wood, preferably, but not glued on, because I don't want to. That's like, the ring is enough of a commitment. Glued Swedish hand glued ring onto my finger. I mean, I just met the guy, when he started performing, and now he's. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I know. I've actually met him before. I have a picture of us together. You want to see? Just kidding. That was years ago. Met at another concert. Meets everyone after stage, after performing. He doesn't propose to everybody. You see? See the difference? Okay. So it was actually this him. Right here. Kiss right here. Right here. It was a real kiss. He meant it. He recognized me as a important figure. So have you okay? You be well, you see well, and you dwell. I just want to make sure there's nothing I'm missing. Let me check under the table 1 second. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Let's see. No, it's just some. Was it gum? Is it gum? Is that what we're missing? A piece of gum? Is that what the show's missing? Is a piece of gum? I don't know. There's no answers. It's been nice seeing. It's been good spending time with you. I hope you've giddied up sufficiently, and don't stop now. Save it, but save some for later. Giddy up next time. Yep, I just stream, big boy. What, baby?